everyone, I'm Miss Aya Marie, and we are back with another episode for Pink Lemonade, and this is episode 2, and today we're kind of going to get into something a little more different because I feel bad for our guy viewers, and I just want to show you some appreciation. We're going to talk about men and how women use men, and I have Rochelle here to talk with me about it.
Yes. That's it.
That's all. She just wanted me to introduce her. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm here.
Rochelle's here on another episode. I know I said I wasn't going to have you in another episode, but...
Yeah, you kind of told me
to fuck
kick
off.
rocks. Literally, the difference. Oh my God, I'm like, kick rocks, and you're like, fuck off.
The difference. I haven't heard kick rocks in a long time, since I was like in high school.
Me neither, but my boyfriend says it a lot, so I just started using it, but it's funny. It's like kick rocks, and I was like, what is that? Like, go fuck off, but kick rocks, you know? Okay, whatever, go ahead.
Okay, she definitely has to go fuck off after that speech. All right, anyways, I just want to come on here and just talk about how sometimes us women look towards men for comfort, for codependency.
Literally to fill a fucking hole that we have because of our childhood traumas or something that we're so insecure or something that's missing in us. We think a man's gonna fill that void.
Yes, and with us doing that for our own selfish reasonings, we kind of hurt guys. And, you know, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on men anyways, you know, having to be financially stable, having to take care of your family, having all this pressure to be married or have it all together. And sometimes us women don't look at that because as much as I'm probably going to be, someone is going to come for me when I say this. I already know it. But I feel like us women kind of have it easy. I'm not saying completely is easy. We do have to fight for a lot of our rights, fight for, you know, the standard that we have. But I just feel like when it comes to relationships, we look for more for the guy than they do for the woman.
True.
I feel like...
Yeah, to be honest. I mean, it sounds really harsh and mean, but a guy can easily get from one girl that, you know, like has those problems or, you know, using him, they could go to another girl that's going to do the same. So I think it is easier for them to do that because, I mean, we're pretty much playing, not me, I don't do that.
Yeah, we're not speaking on us, we're speaking on people that we know.
Some women
or,
that
you
do
know,
that, that I've seen women take advantage of men and use them without, for whatever reasons that they need, you know, whatever they want from them. They don't see what they're doing to a guy, you know. I've seen it with, like, my relationships. I've seen them. It's so crazy that they've gone through so much shit because of their past relationships of what the women that they were with used to do to them. And I'm like, wow, like, it's harsh. It's just mean to do something like that.
Like,
and
using somebody for money, I feel like is the lowest thing you could ever do to somebody. Like, how do people, and we're speaking on men on behalf too, like them, like, doing it as well. Like, you be with somebody for money, but pretend to be in love. Like, I could never, like, you looking at somebody and saying, oh, I love you, but easily take that $100 bill. Like, you are a low type of person to do that to somebody. God. And I feel like it happens mainly with men. And, you know, some guys do like that. Some guys like bitches taking their money or, like showing off and attracting those kind of women. But I want men to know that when you do that, when you show off your fucking muscles and that stupid-ass fucking arm tattoos y'all have, it's fucking annoying, but anyways, you know, and you spend your money and you're showing off your cars and that image, that is what you're going to attract.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, we're talking about men, but same for girls, you know. If you're posting that booty pic, girl, no one's
going to attract the lames.
They want your ass, that's it.
Yeah,
like,
they just want your ass, and they still haven't paid their child support. Those are the kind of guys you're going to attract.
Yeah, and men, even though they might have all this, you know, all their stuff they have, I think they are hiding something, you know. They hide maybe, you know, some mental problems that they have and hide it with all of that stuff. So when a woman comes to you, don't expect her to solve your mental issues, you know what I mean? Because I think being open, especially in a relationship, if you really want to, like, grow with someone, you have to be open and show them all the parts, you know, not just putting that out there to hide your shit.
And I feel like men, especially if you're in a Hispanic household, you have this tremendous pressure to be that guy for your family. Like, not only be that man for your girlfriend, but be that man to your parents, your siblings. You take on so much responsibility, and I don't feel like guys really vocalize their emotions, you know, that what goes on behind closed doors. And I've kind of witnessed it with my guy friends, you know, when they're going through shit, and I'm like, well, why aren't you telling your girlfriend? He's like, well, I don't want to. Like, I don't want her to see me as weak.
Oh my God, I hate that. I hate when men don't want to seem like weak or vulnerable because they were growing up saying that, you know what, you have to be a man, you have to be strong, you have to, you know, like, I think this saying, like, is, you know, over with, but I heard it a lot when I was growing up, the men don't cry. You know what I mean? That.
Yes.
So I think some men, when they grow up, they have that, like, if I cry, I'm weak.
That mentality.
That mentality of being weak is bad. You know, and not necessarily you have to cry to be weak or feel, but it's just a sign of being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I think men haven't, like, said that, like, that's okay. You know what I mean? Men can be vulnerable, too, and they can cry, and they can
have emotions.
I like it when, you know, when my boyfriend is telling me, you know, this is the way how I feel and this is what I'm feeling and, you know, I feel bad or all this. Like, I like it. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, like, you know, you're speaking and expressing yourself, and some men don't do that. Like,
no, they keep it all in, and it kind of like reflects on your relationship. Like, that kind of energy is just not good for you. Like, it's like, I just want guys to know it's okay to confide in your friends, your families, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a sign of weakness, especially by now we're in 2020, about to be in 2021. I just feel like we should stop
it's gonna be 2021 already.
Yeah. I feel like you should stop putting pressure on men, and as women, we need to stop using people for financial stability and codependency. Like, when you're in a relationship, it's 50-50. And when I mean 50-50, I don't mean like he pays one tab, I pay another tab, or I leave tip. I mean, like, emotionally. Like, you have to support your man, support your girl, and stop thinking that men have it all together. There's this stigma, especially, like I said, in Hispanic households for men. So I think when you're in a relationship, you should consider your man's mental health and not just yours, because I also did that. I just was all about my mental health.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, he doesn't have feelings. He's been through so much. Homie's good. But I'm like, no, that's not right. Like, we need to stop looking at men as like the motherfuckers that have it all together that are gonna come save us.
And the truth is that they don't. Nobody has their shit together, not even men. They want to appear it. Nobody does it. It's not something like it's going to happen from one day to another. That
I agree.
Because this, you know, you're trying to date someone that has that, it appears that they have their shit together. And like you're saying, like they put that pressure on them. Like, he looks like he has his shit together, so I'm going to put that on him. You know what I mean? Like,
or I'm going to date him because he looks stable.
Yeah, like, but no, like, it's so much, I think it's so much deeper than that. It has to, like, you really need to know that person, literally. I mean, I might sound drastic here, but you have to know them, like, mind and soul. Like, you know, you have
that's
to,
not drastic, that's serious. Yeah, that's for real.
Yeah, but I just feel like you can't just expect because of what they can give you or what they can bring to your life that it's going to be okay for you to do whatever you want to them. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Definitely getting to know someone from inside out. Also, I think that's key for a relationship to work, for, you know, taking care of your man, you know, take care of him too. Like, you don't know.
And ask him, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what's up today? Like, I see you're like a little down. Like, what can I do to make your day better? Or vice versa. Like, I just feel like people don't ask, are you good? Like, how are you? It's always, what are you doing? Or, you want to just, you know, it's never just like, you want to sit down and talk. Like, mental health is serious, and I feel like I've done a lot of research too, and I just feel like men are more affected when it comes to mental health because of all that quietness they do, all that built up resentment they have, and not verbalizing it or expressing it because of this stigma of, you want to be the strong man, you want to have it together.
Oh my God. And I think, like, this happens, I think most in men, but I know to women it happens sometimes. But when you, like, compress your feelings, when they come out, is like a bomb explodes, you know, like when a man, you know, maybe with childhood trauma or something, past relationships, and they're holding to that because they're afraid to speak their feelings and emotions and what they've gone through. When something happens that triggers them, it's like a bomb, you know, like literally for anyone. I think if you don't deal with your feelings, if you don't talk your emotions, if you don't do anything to heal, it takes time. But if you don't do something to heal those things, like I definitely think when the time comes, it's a bomb that it's gonna explode, you know. And I think that men should feel safe, you know, to come out and talk and say, this is what has happened to me, this is what I've been through.
I totally
agree. Without being
judged.
Without being judged and like, you know, being understood. Like I think that's everyone. I think everyone wants to be understood, but not everyone goes through the same thing. Not everyone never. No. I don't think no one's gonna know. I cannot know what you're feeling or what you felt. But if you definitely come to me and open that, you know, I would, you know, be understanding. I don't know how to speak English. We need to go back to school. I need to go back and learn English. But yeah, I think, you know, we need to be more aware of that.
Aware of people's emotions and past traumas and just mannerisms, like understanding somebody's body language and just being like, oh, they're not acting like themselves. They're acting a little uncomfortable or,
true, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like paying attention to people. And honestly, this goes for everybody. Like you just want to be there for everybody mentally. We're going through a hard time right now. And even if there wasn't a pandemic, I feel like a lot of people just aren't good with their past traumas, whether it be childhood or, you know, you not liking your job or where you're at in life. And, you know, I just want to tell people that you shouldn't get in a relationship if you're not good with yourself. Like, I feel like you need to get good with your past demons and understand yourself, man, women, whoever, elderly, whatever it may be. Like, you need to get good with yourself and understand who you are as a person and what you want to change. Because there's people who commit suicide because, you know, they don't like their job. They're not comfortable in their skin. You know, or they don't have someone to talk to because they feel like they're going to be judged. And I feel like everybody should provide a safe place for the people that they love. And it's serious, you know, and I feel like the amount of pressure that men have on themselves, and I'm not trying to downplay women. We all have pressure, but I feel like when you're a man in today's society, you have this perception of having to have it together.
Seek.
Oh, yes.
To your cameraman. Do you believe that you're open with your relationship? Like, are you open, like, how you feel about what you've gone through and all this stuff, like, that we're talking about? Like, how do you feel about that? Are you open?
Yeah, we definitely, we now have been dating almost, 5 years, so I think through all that time, we've kind of gotten more open with each other and more honest, so, if I do something that pisses her off, or vice versa, if she's feeling down and I can see that, we like to verbalize that, because it's just kind of, there's no point in just sweeping under the rug, because same thing, it's just like a bomb when it goes off. You just take care of the little shit as it comes.
So communicating, right? That's key as well,
Yeah, absolutely. In any relationship.
Anything, friendship, relationship, partner, family, anything, you know, for sure.
Because I think a lot of people live too much in their head, which is, you gotta live in your head, but you also have to live in the real world too.
Absolutely. So you gotta face reality somehow.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Damn. Words of wisdom from Zeke is going to be a new thing. Stay tuned with that. Oh, yeah. Words of wisdom. Yeah, well, honestly, just being in today's society is a lot of pressure. I feel like everybody wants to be somewhere in life or has this high expectation from family, friends, or whatever it may be. We are all going through something, but I hope all my guy viewers out there who support the Pink Lemonade podcast and Rochelle and me, understand that we do see you. We do understand. We get it. We all have...
It might be harder at first, but I definitely know that men can, you know, feel safe when speaking and expressing themselves, you know?
Yeah. And then if you don't feel safe in the environment you are, maybe you should reconsider your environment and get the fuck out of there as fast as you fucking can. Also, get out.
Also, I think something important that right now, it's coming out more to light that seeing, a therapist and going to a psychologist, that... Also for men and for women is really helpful. You don't have to do it every fucking day, but at least once a month, or I don't know.
Or twice a month.
Depending on how you feel. I think that is something that right now on social media, on a lot of platforms is coming out, you know, that that definitely reach out to a professional that can help you in that way. That I don't think maybe, you know, definitely communicate with the people around you and the people that you love. But if they cannot help you because they might be going through some stuff, a professional could help.
Yeah, or if you don't feel comfortable talking to your family because you just feel like they won't care, or like your girl, your friends, then maybe seek professional help. You know, talk to somebody that's or Zeke's up for it. We'll have his Instagram right here. Hit him up. But like honestly, like there's nothing wrong with seeking help from a professional. If anything, I've always thought I'm like, you're saying you're going through shit, like just, you know, take it day by day. But sometimes you need to talk to somebody who just listens, who doesn't know you. It's from a whole different perspective, and that's non-judgmental. And sometimes that's what we need. So we actually advise everybody to go seek help if you need it. Or our DMs are always open. Like I said, Zeke's DMs I'm just opening everyone's DMs. We're all open to helping. And if you guys will need to come talk, I will definitely do that. Because some of my homegirls, actually, who I haven't talked to in a long time, like ask me, like, how'd you go through your breakup? Like, or how did you start your podcast? And like being a boss-ass bitch, it's being motivational and being there for people.
For sure.
Whoever you are, we will always be there for you guys. But we also need you to be there for yourself.
Yeah.
So take that precaution, help yourself, get good, and
I agree.
be a boss-ass dude. Dead ass.
Yeah.
How would you abbreviate? BAD? BAD, right? Boss-ass dude. BAD. I'm a little slow. I'm so sorry. But men, don't be afraid. Are you going to sing? Solo? Oh my God. Let it out, girl. But now we're going to go into the questions. And I don't think Rochelle has questions ready for me. So on top of your head, go.
Have you ever actually dated someone just for a financial interest, like money interest?
No, I never have. I've always considered getting a sugar daddy, but I've never had the balls to do something like that because I could never fuck somebody for money. I could never entertain somebody for money. I've never understood that concept. And if you do that, hey girl, I will never knock your hustle. But mentally, I don't see myself doing something like that. So no, I have never done that. Okay. Have I fucked somebody for dick with a big dick? Absolutely. Yes.
Well, she answered her own question.
Dead ass.
I think that, wow. I'm just trying to go based on the topic.
Yeah.
That, because I think on the last podcast you had mentioned that.
Sorry, I'm rude.
That in your relationship you would like hold yourself back a lot, like restrain yourself. Have you like experienced that with a man? Like you dated someone and you've seen that they like dating that they're with you and they held themselves back, you know? Like maybe a date or something, I don't know, that you just see the men that because I think for myself, I think I can read that sometimes. Like, you know, you see someone that's just not being them. Like, you know.
I did downplay my ex's feelings.
You did?
I did. Oh, for sure. I did downplay. And that's why I can speak from experience because I was somebody who neglected someone's trauma. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't take it serious because all I was fixated on was he's done to me. And the trauma he's caught upon me. So I didn't really, I just dismissed what he was going through. I'm like, do you really think I care about you, what the fuck you're going on when you're doing this to me?
For sure.
But then now that I look back on it, I'm like, okay, this person was treating me this way because of what he was going through. And he wasn't good with himself and his childhood trauma. So he exposed that to me in our relationship. And I need people to understand that when you get, once again, I'm going to say this every episode, do not get in a relationship if you are not getting good with yourself or understanding your traumas, because that shit will be brought into the relationship. And you don't want to hurt somebody because you can't help yourself. That's not cool. And some people get by with being in a relationship and not getting good with themselves, but it will come out. It will come to light, and you really need to consider your partner's mental health. Because if you love that person, you know, either leave them and take that step back or stay there and try to fix it and get good with yourself because it travels.
Well said.
A whole fucking book. Stay tuned for that shit. Goddamn.
No, that's good. To be honest, it does take, you know, what's it called? When you fall like hard, something comes better, or...
Girl, I don't know any of your sayings or words. I'm so lost. I don't
Wait,
know.
after the storm comes the rainbow, though. So sometimes you have to, like, fall hard.
Backstory. She probably got that from watching Wizard of Oz last night.
Oh, my God, I love Wizard of Oz.
Dude, she made me watch Wizard of Oz.
We're going to see the wizard of Oz.
Cut, we're done. Just kidding.
No, but I like how you said that you brought that up with your past relationship, because, to be honest, I feel like when you feel like things are going to shit, like literally it's because something better is going to come after. And you look the way you expressed yourself and the way you said something like that. I bet like before, when you were going through it, you didn't know, but now you're so much aware of, you know, not just your feelings, but now that you have to be aware of other people's feelings, you know, and understand that people are going through shit. And, you know, I mean, we are talking about men in general, you know what I mean? Like they are going through shit. So I think that if we are as women aware of, you know, damn, I'm going through some shit, I shouldn't take it out on him because he's going through some shit too, you know?
Yes. Being aware of your significant other. Oh, we're cussing now. Oh. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
No, yeah, but thank you guys for watching today's episode. Yes. I hope you can take something from today or every episode that we put out, and just honestly, guys, mental health, let's take it seriously. We only have one life, so let's live it, but let's live it responsibly, healthy, physically, and mentally.
Oh my God, yes.
And I am Yesenia Marie, also known as YG. We will have our platforms here as usual, listed below. And this is Rochelle. Thank you for doing 2 episodes with me. I know you're gonna do a 3rd one with me because I know you're starting to like it because you were way more comfortable in this episode.
Oh my God, stop. But Pink Lemonade, follow them, guys.
Pink Lemonade, follow us on Instagram. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next episode. Bye.
Tell them say less, no comment. And we only here for the commas. Pull up and how about we slide?